right, friends. Hello again. This is Mrs. Tucker. We are going to start reading a new story called Animals Building Homes, and it can be found in Unit 2, Lesson 6 of our Journeys book here in 2nd grade. Now, since it is a new story, let's talk about our author first. We're going to meet our author, Wendy Perkins. And it says, can you guess why author Wendy Perkins has been called a walking animal encyclopedia? It's because her mind is filled with facts and information about all kinds of animals. Ms. Perkins has written nonfiction books about animals' eyes, ears, feet, feathers, noses, teeth, and tails. She also writes articles for Highlights for Children and a magazine put out by the San Diego Zoo called Zoo News. Interesting. So, that's our author. Now, we don't have an illustrator for this story. Remember, the author writes the words for the story. The illustrator draws the pictures. But I bet you can probably guess why we don't have an illustrator for this story. And that is because we have another informational text. Now, we have had these kinds of stories already this year. Remember, an informational text, we see that word information inside the word informational. An informational text is a story that gives us information. So it gives us facts. And so remember, because the author wants us to see pictures of those real things, instead of drawings, we have photographs. Because the author wants you to see these real animals in these real animal homes that she's talking about in this story. So we have real photographs. At the tops of our pages, we will also have headings, and I will go through those as I read through our pages. And we will have all kinds of facts and details about different kinds of animals building homes, because that's what this story is all about. Now, our essential question that goes along with this story is, what are animal homes like? And we're not going to answer that question today. We will just think about it and talk about it as we go through the story for the next couple of weeks. So, what I'd like you to do is make sure you have your book ready to go so that you can follow along with me. Pause the video if you need to get your book. When you do get your book, open up to pages 190 and 191. And then I'd like you to follow along in your book as I read this story. Here we go with our first heading, A Beaver's Home. A beaver is hard at work. It gnaws on a tree trunk. Soon the tree falls. The beaver floats the log to a pond. There the beaver builds a lodge. The beaver piles up logs. It fills the crack between the logs with mud and grass. The lodge keeps the beaver safe and warm. Here's our next heading, Safe at Home. Most animals need a home. Homes keep animals safe from predators, rain, snow, or the hot sun. Some animals live in their homes for life. Other animals live in their homes long enough to raise their offspring or survive hot or cold winter. Building nests. Many animals live in nests. A hummingbird builds a small cup-shaped nest. The nest is made of moss and bits of spider web. A mouse makes a grass nest in the shape of a ball. The mouse hides its nest in tall grass or in a tunnel under the ground. Careful builders. Some animals put a lot of work into building their homes. Weaver birds make nests that hang from tree branches. The birds carefully weave grass and leaves together. Weaver birds use their feet and beaks to tie knots in the grass. Working together. Animals can work together to build homes. Termites build mounds made out of mud mixed with saliva. Other animals cannot easily break through the hard mud. Polyps, that's what these animals are right here. Polyps are animals that make coral reefs. A polyp builds a limestone cup around its body for protection. The cups of the polyps grow together to make a coral reef. Making a burrow. Burrows are holes in the ground where some animals live. Gophers use their teeth and paws to dig long, winding tunnels. They make rooms in the deepest parts of the tunnels. The gophers hide their offspring and food in these rooms. Home improvement. Some animals live in homes made by other animals. Chickadees use tree holes made by woodpeckers. Chickadees bring grass and moss into the hole. They build a nest for their chicks. Building a home. Most animals need homes where they can rest and raise their offspring. Homes also keep animals safe from predators. Beavers build lodges. Mice make nests. Gophers dig burrows. How does a polar bear make its den? And you can think about that as you look at this picture. How do you think the polar bear is making its den? All right, friends, thank you for following along in your book. If you want to read this story again, go ahead and replay the video. Otherwise, you can go on to your next activity. Bye.